Hi Aries, I am bringing you your first reading for the month of November 2020. It is still the energy of the full blue moon in Taurus that occurred on the 31st, so I want to send you full moon blessings, and also say thank you for those of you who showed up to the reading I did that I set as a premiere. If you haven't seen it, it was for all zodiac for the blue moon, and it's time-stamped in both the comments as well as the description box. So if you didn't catch it, go in and see. That was a date and time specific reading. This one is not. I bring everyone 2 readings a month, each sign 2 readings a month. I've been saying first half of the month or second half of the month, but that has still caused people confusion. So I'm just gonna label it reading number 1 and reading number 2, okay? Because these readings are not date or time specific. I have people coming back all the time to say that something that I did a reading on 6 months ago is happening for them now. So that's why these readings are timeless, because we're all on different timelines. So I just trust that whenever you come upon it, if it speaks to you, then it's your message. And I give you 2 readings a month to see if we can weave the thread from one reading through to another. Okay, I hope that helps explain things a little bit better, especially for those who are newcomers. If you're here and you're new, welcome. And for those who are returning, as always, thank you so very much for your continued support and lovely energy. I will say that premiered reading I did for the blue moon was so fabulous, because I was able to be there live with you, and the comments were just wonderful. The energy was so powerful and positive and loving. So I'm going to do that again for sure. Okay, so Aries, I'm going to pull 2 cards from Spirit Animal Oracle, and 1 for Divine Masculine, 1 for Divine Feminine. Try not to get too over attached to the labels. I just have to set a structure. This is a general reading for the collective of all Aries, Sun, and Rising. So if I say this side is the Divine Masculine and this side is the Divine Feminine, but you relate to this side and you think you're the Feminine, it's fine. Just reverse it so that it fits better with your storyline, as long as the storyline resonates. That's the most important thing. Okay? All right. So let's see where this takes us. Oh, I love this card. Wow. So the masculine gets card 15, Cow Spirit. The miracles are endless. The miracles are endless. 1 and 5 is 6. 6 is about balance and stability and things being kind of brought into flow. So I love that the miracles are endless and you're feeling kind of like you're on solid ground. Feminine gets card 56. 5 and 6 is 11. So for those of you who see 11 all the time, you're seeing it now. Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. I'm not a spider fan, but this one card is so beautiful, I kind of can't help but dig it. Make your dreams real, dear feminine, and the miracles are endless. So really lovely energy for the 2 of you, whichever side you're coming through on. I'm going to pull 1 card for you, Aries, from Whispers of Love. We've just come through a whole lot of cosmic shifts and energy from the new moon earlier in the month of October through this blue moon. The second full moon of the month is referred to as a blue moon in Taurus, and there have been like celestial planetary alignments that have been at opposition with a lot of the energy. So it's kind of been a bumpy ride. If you've been feeling sort of fatigued and a little aimless from the new moon in mid-October through now, that makes perfect sense. Be gentle with yourself. So I thought I'd bring in a lovely sweet whisper of love just to kind of gently flow into November, okay? This is for you, Aries. You know I always bring the love. Oh, true love. Oh, Aries, this love is once in a lifetime. Yeah, that's Ace of Cups level. That's 2 of Cups. Wow. That's even 6 of Cups. Oh my gosh. So glad I chose this deck. Wow. Okay. I have been so easily brought to tears these days for all of your readings. Oh, and that reminds me, your last reading, Aries, in the event you missed it. Oh, 444. Look at that. In the event that you missed it, masculine came through in the energy of the Nine of Swords, which is about anxiety, sleeplessness, things running on a loop and overdrive in your mind, a lot of worry, stress. So that came through in the masculine position, and then their present experience of the connection was the Wheel of Fortune. I am not saying this from memory. I checked it out right before I started here today because of the reading I did this morning. So that Wheel of Fortune was about sort of the fatedness of the connection and their understanding that things would unfold in divine order. Well, that came through in this morning's reading along with that Nine of Swords again. And in the extended of that reading, Aries, the Knight of Wands came out as what you could expect to come, and it landed on the Six of Cups. Right? It's once in a lifetime. Actually, Six of Cups is kind of many lifetimes, but you know what I'm saying. And the Knight of Wands came out in that, and that's someone returning from the past. So for those of you who may be in separation or who haven't seen their twin in a long time, let me tell you what cards came out in the morning reading. The anchor card is the Nine of Swords. So I thought like, uh-oh, here we go again. More of this sort of sleepless nights. But now it's not really for one side or the other. It's kind of the overarching energy for your connection. And then it was the Magician, the Knight of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. So someone here needs to hear that. You're manifesting the return of someone from the past who is a fated connection, destiny, true love. Got it? I love that the miracles are endless. That fits into it. I love make your dreams real. That fits into it. Right? So meditate on that. Nine of Swords kind of shifting into the Magician. So know that you have all the tools you need, dear Aries, to manifest the return, or if you happen to be the one returning in divine time, it's part of the plan. See that? So I really wanted to take the time to walk you through that. I do a little reading every morning for the signs I'm going to read for later that day. And when that came out, I'm like, that sounds very familiar. And I came and downstairs and checked it out, and sure enough. So I feel, that much is related to the last reading. Took me long enough to get that out. Okay, so let's see what's going on now. What energies are coming through for your divine connection. Well, there's the Six of Cups. Oh. And death and rebirth here for the feminine Scorpio energy in the Death card. All about transformation and rebirth. Beautiful. So Aries, if you're here as the masculine, you could be dealing with a Scorpio. It doesn't have to be. I just, like to bring your attention to the astrology of the major arcana. Regardless, if you're here as the Aries feminine, you would well know if you are undergoing a process of transformation. Remember, the Death card, although it looks a little haunting, if you look through here, it's like a brand new day, that sun coming up over the trees, and just some part of either your life, yourself, your patterns, your experiences has to die off so that all the new can come in. And we have to kind of embrace it. So I will say that. Interesting. In the past for the masculine, King of Pentacles. Present, Chariot, yes, moving forward victoriously with that Six of Cups energy. Three of Pentacles, ready to work on the situation together, taking something ordinary, making it extraordinary. See how they're just all kind of working together. But I always say that this figure up here is spirit. And this is co-creative energy. So I love that for you so far, Aries. This is the Light Seers Tarot. Haven't used it in a while, but I wanted all the color to come in to kick off the month. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, got it. Emperor. Divine Masculine. Wow, wow, wow. Present experience of the connection with the Emperor and the Ace of Wands. Beautiful. Going forward, that sort of reigniting the torch of passion there, Aries, in the future. But I love that we have a King and Queen of Pentacles. This is a couple. And being that these energies are both in the past, I feel as if it's sort of, to me, I've often said that I see the King and Queen of Pentacles as archetypes of life partner. Masculine archetype, feminine archetype of life partner. Someone that you show up for. Someone you're there for. The kind of person you would build a life with. That you would have their back. But it's also about the here and now, 3D, stability, groundedness. Yeah, so that's really nice. And I love that I've got the Chariot and the Emperor. Yeah, moving forward with this Emperor, showing up in the feminine's present experience of the connection. That could be about that sort of Knight of Wands, the return. I love it. So Aries, you're there in the Emperor, and Chariot is Cancerian energy. And I love that we have the Six of Cups with the Death card, how you're both showing up in the reading. Very much about the past life soulmates and this transformational experience brought on or triggered by the Emperor for the feminine, right? The transformation being kind of kicked off by the masculine. Divine masculine is what I meant to say. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so let me do a little shuffling here. Whew. I hope this finds you well. If you're here in the States, recovering from the time change, daylight savings time. I know it doesn't matter to me which direction it goes. It always kind of takes me a day or two to adjust. Six of Cups. Why is the Six of Cups here, please? The Capricornian energy of the Devil. For some of you, that may be important. And the King of Wands. Wow. That's Aries, Leo, Sag, emphasis on Leo. But regardless, I feel this devil energy feels connected to the Nine of Swords to me. A bit of obsession. So I feel like this masculine showing up here in the energy of the Six of Cups. And then we've got the King of Wands, which is, you know, someone who they see it, they want it, they claim it, it's theirs. There's a lot of action taking and sort of certainty of what they want. There's no doubt about what they want. The devil being here, though, concerns me a little bit. It does, just a little bit, not a lot. It leads me to believe that they're not going to let go until they get what they want. And sometimes that comes from our shadow side, from our need to control. And I only say that because I see the King of Wands, and for the feminine over here is the Emperor, their present experience. And sometimes the Emperor is an energy of over controlling, you know, somebody who's very controlling, very can be even a little bit tyrannical, like a tyrant, my way or the highway, you know? So I'm just kind of a little bit cautious here, but we'll see how things unfold. We get the Three of Pentacles underneath again. So that's a kind of confirmation to me as a reader that what's bubbling up under the surface, though, for this masculine is a desire to work together in the here and now, co-creatively. So that's a good sign. I'll say that. In the past, King of Pentacles. with the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Wands, 2 nines in a row here. The Nine of Cups can kind of be complacency. It can kind of be, yes, it can be wish fulfillment and contentment and all that. But sometimes when we're content with things as they are, we don't work for anything more. You know, we get complacent. We rest on our laurels. And what I see here, though, is even though this masculine King of Pentacles in the past may have been a bit complacent, they weren't giving up. They were kind of persevering, pushing forward. But it didn't seem like it had a lot of energy to it. Just sort of maybe in that stage of, I don't want to rock the boat. But now there's a different energy, Chariot. I feel the reason why the Chariot is here is partly because the Devil and the King of Wands, they can't get it off their mind. They're feeling very pulled by this connection, this past life soulmate connection. Twin flame energy. They want to move forward victoriously right now is yeah, no joke. Chariot with the Emperor. So now we can see that, right? The Emperor here very much in the control seat. I always like to say the Emperor gets in the driver's seat of their own life. Here they're just taking over. It's very forceful. There's a very dominant, and that is your card, Aries, very dominant energy coming from the masculine side. Some insecurities being triggered by the moon here, the Pisces energy of the moon. So even though they're moving forward and they're sort of taking the controls, lots of action here, I think they're a little bit feeling a little insecure underneath. Beautiful energy of the sun coming through. I love the dynamic of the sun underneath, right? Almost like, yeah, don't chicken out. Don't let your insecurities get the better of you. Your happiness depends on it. So I do feel as if while this masculine is consciously aware that they're being triggered, underneath they're sort of almost cheering themselves on. That beautiful Leo energy of the sun coming in underneath, right? So not really unconscious awareness, but to some degree pushing this masculine to get beyond their fears and insecurities and to move toward this feminine. Wow. 3 of Pentacles. Saw it up here underneath, but in the future, it's going to be front and center. Wow. This is a nice shift for you, Aries. I said shift. I know sometimes the audio is a little weird. Look, 3 of Pentacles, making the choice, the Lover's card, Gemini, making the choice to work together with the lover to take this connection to the next level, possibly to bring it into the here and now, bring it into the 3D if you've been in separation, which might be true for some of you. That is so lovely. Hanged Man comes out a lot at this point. Pisces energy in the Hanged Man, almost as if trying to look at the situation, get the 30,000 foot view as they choose this co-creative energy. So what we have is Gemini and the Lovers and the Hanged Man comes in to say, yeah, I'm choosing this, but I'm going to like sort of delay myself, you know, my own personal sense of gratification. So when you delay that, sometimes this card is about being in a state of limbo. Other times it's just like pulling back on the reins because you see all this powerful forward motion. We see the Devil, the King of Wands. We see the Chariot and the Emperor, you know, and there's all this thrust and this force, like, you know, a force to be reckoned with. And the Hanged Man comes in to say, whoa, pull back on the reins of that Chariot. Be sure you've examined the situation from all angles. Wait for the enlightenment. Don't come on so hot and heavy and forceful. Wait for the enlightenment. So that's really nice. I like to see that. Feminine showing up in the energy of the Death card. That is about rebirth. Scorpio energy. It's transformational for sure. Wow, Justice. Libra energy in the Justice card could be about restoring a sense of fairness or balance. There could have been a lack of balance. For some of you, there may be legal issues with that Justice card, that's driving this transformation. Okay, but I'm seeing the Eight of Swords on top of the Justice. So I almost feel like even though the transformation is front and center, how this feminine shows up, there's some overthinking the situation, some uncertainty about where they're headed, right? Blindfolds on, swords are surrounding, but not right in front. If you just take one step forward, it brings you into the water, into your emotions, into your feelings. And I kind of feel the feminine, whoop, over here, is kind of all up in their head, overthinking the situation a bit and feeling stuck as a result. And I'm really thinking the transformation could be about a legal situation. For some of you, it could be divorce related or separation. In the absence of that, just about something being finalized in a way that is fair and balanced. And unless and until that fairness and balance comes in, the feminine's not really taking any forward action. Feeling very much stuck, possibly even a little trapped. Yes, underneath is the Seven of Wands for the feminine. So not just feeling a little stuck or trapped, just also feeling resistant and defensive. So waiting for that justice energy to come in, waiting for the fairness and the balance to be restored. Interesting. Queen of Pentacles in the past. Yes, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles. There we go. So now I absolutely feel that in the past, this King of Pentacles, this masculine, came toward the feminine pretty much with their heart on their sleeve. You know, just open. That King of Cups energy is just sort of emotionally open, coming from their emotions, coming from their heart. And it looks like this was part of possibly the last time you were together. That's almost the way it's coming through. It may have even sparked this transformation. Yes, underneath, feminine was kind of motivated outside of conscious awareness. This Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, right? Almost again, the taking things to the next level, but this is big. This is commitment. It's very much about new beginnings and new levels of commitment in the connection. You go through that little gate right there, you're in Ten of Pentacles. So I kind of feel like this was about, because that was underneath, as this Knight of Cups approached the feminine, the King of Pentacles, basically, for the feminine was kind of being motivated by wanting a new level of commitment. And now here we have the Emperor coming on very strong. And the feminine's up here kind of hesitating and resisting because I'm not sure they feel the sense of fairness or balance yet. What did I just say? Right? Did I just say it? You walk through that little gate and there you are in the arch of the Ten of Pentacles, life partnership. So I feel this feminine's very clear about life partnership with this masculine. With the Emperor, I feel the masculine is choosing this connection in 3D, co-creative energy. But I feel that the feminine is hesitant. This feels like hesitation. And it has to do with that Justice card. So maybe the feminine isn't showing up in the energy of transformation. Maybe the Justice is where the transformation of the connection will take place. I'm just spitballing here. Yeah, underneath, Four of Cups. I feel this feminine is saying, yeah, I don't want any substitutions. I want my divine masculine and I want to build a life together. I will take no substitutions. So that's underneath. And on some level, I'm wondering why the feminine is putting up a bit of a block. But in the future, we have the Ace of Wands. So let's see where that takes us. Look at this gorgeous card. Wow, this is reigniting the torch of passion. Look at how it's in the sixth chakra. It's about that sort of creative energy, the intuitive nature of our spirit coming through, but it's very passionate. Divinely inspired passion is my keywords for the Ace of Wands. Love and passion. Wow, guys. So I do feel that this feminine is only showing up hesitant because the feminine wants no substitution, wants the real deal. Ace of Wands, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, with a true divine masculine. So it's kind of leading me to believe that they're unsure if that's what they're getting. That's what's coming toward them. And that's what they are sort of kind of pulled back a bit, a little defensive, waiting to see if that transformation will bring in the balance and the fairness that they needed. Okay, so beautiful reading, Aries. I am going to go to the extended. What I'm going to do is pull 3 cards. What's the thing you need to focus on right now? What's a pressing situation? So this part of the reading is a little bit more time-based. What do you need to focus on? What's the block, the challenge, or the dynamic, right, between you that could be impacting that? And then what can you do about it or expect to come of it? Then I will see what you want to say to each other. What kind of messages are you sending to each other energetically? What do you want each other to know? A card for you, Aries, from your higher self, spirit of the universe. Let's see what kind of advice comes in for you. And then an outcome card. Where are you headed and in what time frame? If timing was a factor, it would show up there. Okay, but this feels, I feel a lot of fire, a lot of fast moving energy. So I don't think this is going to be very much a delay situation. I feel like things are unfolding very quickly. I hope that helps. Thank you so much. The link to the extended is below. I'll see you there in a minute, or in a future reading. Your second reading will be later this month. All right. Take care, Aries. See you soon. Bye.